filming here in D-Log 10 4K 30 Rocksteady on the DJI Osmo Nano. Standard linear profile. I'd be interested to see the latitude in these files and if it is worth me shooting in D-Log, and if that is something that will make me choose the DJI over the Insta360. Until now I haven't really felt the need to really have D-Log. I find straight out camera far easier, although obviously for a more professional look the grading is the way to go. We will see if I can be bothered to go that far. Obviously as a photographer you do tend to shoot RAW, which is the equivalent of video D-Log, because it does give more latitude in the files and a lot more editing possibilities. So it is possibly something I will look at, and we can go from there. Just at the moment want to see if it really is worth my while doing. This is challenging conditions for a camera this small, because we do have very bright sunshine and quite dark woodlands here. Let me know in the comments whether you shoot D-Log and whether you think it's actually worth it, or conversely, if you shoot standard colour profiles and just can't be bothered with the additional processing of grading files. Now I've got rid of the Insta360 and I'm just holding this in one hand. I quite like this smaller pod of the DJI. It just fits in the hand a little better, and I think I could just slip it away in my pocket quite easily. I mean, I know the other one is pocketable as well, but this is quite a lot smaller, and separated from the camera is actually really nice. So the screen is quite significantly smaller. You can't get away from that. But it's more than good enough. If you're just using it for framing, it's more than good enough for that. So possibly an only downside I have found is it's a little bit more fiddly to use the touch screen because there's less space. Familiarity does mean that you can use one camera perhaps better than another, and now even after a few minutes of just filming with this DJI, I'm really starting to warm to it, to be honest. I'm not sure if it'll persuade me away from the Insta360, but the really small form factor of just the camera pod on its own is quite appealing. If this D-Log footage turns out to be really nice and easy to grade, then it could be a deciding factor. This is perhaps where the DJI might excel with D-Log, and the more I'm getting used to it, the more I'm quite liking the smaller form factor of each of the individual components of the DJI. Together, to be honest, they feel a little bit awkward, and I prefer the feeling of the Insta360 when it's connected into its pod. But separately, I hate to admit it, but I actually really quite like this form factor. I suppose I never had the Insta360 Go series, so I never had the small form factor of that. And to be honest with the Ultra, I'm not sure I really need or want to go and buy the smaller one. But yeah, I hate to admit it, but I'm actually quite enjoying this DJI one now. So the camera's now been in the water, the screen doesn't look great. I'm going to try and clean it off. Hopefully I've got most of the water off that lens and you can see me okay. Now they're clipped back together again, I'm less inclined to like this form factor. I'm not sure what it is about it, but definitely separated. I'm preferring the DJI.